When you work in retail, you can really get into efficiency. I remember when I worked in a retail environment, there are moments where you're around your colleagues and you're thinking, how quickly can we get these people through? How quickly can we get this place cleaned? How quickly can we get this organized? And you wind up in your own world because you're focused on what you have to do, and perhaps lose a sense that you're dealing with the public, that you're dealing with someone who's coming into your establishment and expecting a certain kind of graciousness and interaction, and you're caught up in what you have to do and your approach. This is very dangerous in retail because it can undermine your objectives as a retail business, and it can essentially destroy that precious interaction you have with the customer. So I always tell retailers to be very careful that you are not lapsing into a mode where you're just disconnected from your customers and forgetting why you're there and what the purpose is. And this happens a lot today, where you go into a restaurant, a store, an environment, and in an attempt to be efficient, the person behind the counter is rushing you along. They're herding cattle, in effect. I call it retail assault. They're so aggressive and they're so focused on being efficient that you don't feel any courtesy, you don't feel any warmth, you don't feel any charm whatsoever. And you leave there having completed the transaction, but not with a warm feeling about the organization. Now, for some people, that doesn't matter. They're passing through, they need something quickly, they're not thinking about it. But for others, that has a lasting impact, and the lasting impact is negative. I know in New York, sometimes I'll go into a retail store, and a lot of people here in New York. So people are online, they're trying to move quickly, and they're shouting at you, "Next guest," as if adding the word guest somehow makes it feel better. There's a lot more positive. Adding the word guest does not make you feel any better if you're being shouted at. Your total is this. Your change. Can I help you? These are all ways that we can lapse into assaulting clients. Now, if you run a retail business or if you work in a retail business, I want you to try to be efficient, but to also be charming. I want you to be efficient, but I also want you to be inviting. I want you to be efficient, but I also want you to think about the customer relationship and how you can cement that every time you interact with someone. How when you ask them about their day, when you smile at them, when you put something in their bag, or when you fold something for them, that you are improving their perception of your organization. That's what you're doing. Don't just be mechanical in the process. Don't just be mechanical in offering them your credit card or offering them your rewards card or asking them for their email address. Don't just do that in a way as if it is a checklist that you're going through. Do it with a connection. Do it with sincerity. Do it with a level of charm. And when you do that, you will create a far better relationship with the customer, and they'll want to come back and they'll want to do more business with you. They'll bring other people back. They'll tell people about it. As we know, when we have a bad experience, we tell far more people than when we have a good experience. So you're not doing your retail business any service by being indifferent towards your customer. Make sure that when you're efficient, you're also charming. If you like this tip, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know. Share it with someone in your network that needs to hear it, someone that needs to be more charming in their retail interaction, and I'll have a lot more for you. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking the icon with my photo. I'll see you next time.